Next up, we're going to look at how to find a fraction of a total amount. So here we're trying to find 4/5 of £220. And the way you do this is that you first take your numerator and you multiply your total amount by your numerator. So you're going to do 4 times 220. And that gives you 880. Now you want to take your denominator and you want to divide by your denominator. So you're going to do 880 divided by 5. And you'll possibly have a calculator for this sort of question. If you don't, you can always use long division. And 880 divided by 5, that's going to give you 176. So that means that 4/5 of 220 is £176. So there's just two steps. First, you want to multiply by your numerator and then divide by your denominator. Now let's look at how to write something as a fraction. So for example, here we need to write 12 as a fraction of 72. This is fairly straightforward. So you take your first number, 12, and you put that on the top as your numerator. And then you take your second number, 72, and you put that as your denominator. So the first step, quite straightforward. Now you just need to simplify that. So 12 and 72, they can both be divided by 12. So 12 divided by 12 just gives you 1. And then how many 12s go into 72? That is 6. So you end up with 1/6. Okay, here we have two separate exam questions. They're actually taken from different papers, which is why they look slightly different. The one at the top is asking us to write 180 grams as a fraction of 3 kilograms. So here we're dealing with units, which we will go over in a later section, so don't worry too much about that for now. But we do need to write them 180 grams and 3 kilograms in the same units. So if we convert them both to grams, 3 kilograms is 3,000 grams. So 180 grams as a fraction of 3,000 grams is going to be this. Now straight away you can divide both of these by 10 as we're making our way to its simplest form. So we've got 18 over 300. And we can also now divide these both by 3. So we'll get 6 over 100. And one more step, we can divide 6 and 100 both by 2. So we'll get 3 over 50. And as you can see, there's no more divisions we can do. So 3 over 50 is the simplest form. If you can spot straight away the division you need to do to jump from here all the way to there in one go, then that's great. And by all means do that. If you can't, then it's absolutely fine to do it in little steps like we've done here, as you still end up with the same answer eventually anyway. Now the second question below, we're working out 2/3 of 36. So if you remember, we need to times 36 by our numerator, 2 times 36, and then we'll be dividing by our denominator. So 2 times 36 is 72. Let's do that again. 72. And now we're doing 72 divided by 3, which gives us 24. So 24 is your final answer.